Frank Bruno Law is where you can find all of the answers to many of your problems. What do we handle there? There is information on estate plan, elder law, guardianship, divorce, and real estate. Yes, so many things. And yet we have an emphasis on those areas of law. It's myself and an associate, several other attorneys, several paralegals, and we work together as a team. I'm the chief attorney on issues related to guardianship and estate planning and issues related to elder law, which is a broad spectrum of, interrelated laws. I also take on court appointments in surrogates court. We probate and we do divorce and we handle real estate. Why do we do those things? Well, in life, I'm trying to do interrelated. They're interrelated. In estate planning, we take what you have while you're alive and we make a plan to pass it on to your loved ones. Your spouse and children, your friends and family, your house of worship. And that involves the use of an estate plan. What is that? Well, it's a plan for your estate. It either could be a trust, it could be a will, it could be by specific designations on the various documents. And if we utilize a trust, they come in two flavors, irrevocable and revocable. There are special needs trusts, but that's not part of this conversation. So when we utilize a trust, we take the assets that you have, which oftentimes include real property, a house, an apartment building, a commercial property, and we take the deed and we transfer it into the trust. That's why we do real estate. I represent trusts that sell property. I represent trusts that buy property. I represent persons that transfer property from their individual name into their trust. So it's sort of interrelated, or at least adjacent. Real property is estate planning adjacent. And then because we handle litigation, we handle divorce and guardianship litigation. Right? You might say guardianship and divorce. Well, oftentimes they're the same population. Children that are fighting over their parent are the same people that as parents fight over their children. That's a conundrum. But it's families fighting over family members. Yes, it happens in family court, in Supreme Court, in divorce matters, in Supreme Court for guardianship cases, and in the surrogates court fighting over a loved one's money. It happens in all of those places, and we follow the cases and we handle the cases across the several areas of practice and the several courts. So if you need us, we will be there. 3 documents that your parents need now: power of attorney, healthcare proxy, and a HIPAA waiver. Why? Well, you want to help your parents. Listen, these documents are good for anyone. I'm specifically speaking in reference to an elderly subset, persons that need assistance, and any other person that may become incapacitated or has trouble hearing or an infirmity or a condition that perhaps interferes with their ability to discuss things with their healthcare providers and their financial issues. So a power of attorney is a document that allows one person to step into the shoes of another person for issues related to finances. But that's a broad category. So you could deal with a person's insurance company and the insurance company for car, home, auto, life. You could deal with the IRS. You could deal with their attorney on certain designated issues. You can deal with government agencies, Medicaid, programs, a wide variety, their phone provider, Time Warner Cable, Spectrum, whoever you need to deal with. Healthcare proxy. When there is a crisis situation, it allows a proxy to step in the shoes of the person and have a dialogue with their medical provider, request or even authorize procedures. And then the HIPAA waiver. Well, the reason we may need that is because in this age of privacy, the HIPAA, HIPAA waiver allows you to authorize a person to get and review and obtain and see your medical documentation. So that's all for now. Get these forms. They're useful for your parents and they're useful for you to have as well. And it doesn't have to be an adult child for a parent. It could be a spouse having it for a spouse. It could be a long-term partner having it, right? So a variety of uses for these several documents. Should you place your home in a living trust? Yes, why not? Well, there are many reasons to do it. A home is oftentimes the largest asset a person has, and it's important for the person that owns the home to direct where that property should go after their passing. Many people want to keep it as part of an estate plan, and a living trust, a trust that you create while you're alive, is one of the best options to get that property from your name to your loved one after your passing. It also allows incapacity planning, meaning if you own the home and have a circumstance where you're incapable of handling your own affairs, well, your trustee or your successor trustee can take care of the home. So that's a great reason to use a trust. It also will allow you to avoid probate. So those are some of the several highlighted reasons to have a trust. Some questions I get are, if I have a mortgage, can I place my home into a trust? Yes, you can. It does not activate the due on sale clause. It is not a sale as categorized as a sale. It's a transfer. It's a permissible transfer. And can you obtain a favorable mortgage if you have a trust? Well, you have to check the lenders. You definitely can keep the same loan. You can even refinance. But once you have the home in trust, you have to search out for the best rate for a property that's owned by a trust. It is possible. You can refinance. If you have any questions about this, please reach out. Take a look at the website, frankbrunolaw.com.